We have a thing called the Pits and Peas program in our Department of Regulatory Affairs. So we've now gone through, in the last 3 years, 11,000 regulations, and we've either totally gotten rid of these regulations or we've significantly changed them or modified them in some way. And that approach to trying to reduce some of the friction in business, I think that's an appropriate role of government and convening, right? Like we do for the Innovation Network Summit, getting people from different industries together. We have a large number of what's called fast and casual dining companies. Their global headquarters are here. So Chipotle, Boston Chicken, Smashburger, you go down this long list. So I get all their CEOs, many of whom didn't know each other, and had a dinner at the mansion. And the next thing we know, they're talking about how can they end hunger within our low-income communities, and especially childhood hunger. We also really focused on how do we find entrepreneurs and try and identify who are successful. And I think that's a fair argument that we've got plenty of inventions in this country. We've got tons of capital. We've got a well-trained labor force. We don't have enough entrepreneurs. It's interesting to me that we can, by the time a kid's 16 or 17, we have a pretty good idea whether they've got the potential to play in the NBA or the NFL someday, the potential to go to Stanford or Harvard or one of the great universities. But we have no measure, no idea of who's going to be a great entrepreneur. And yet we should. We understand what the qualities are that make a great entrepreneur. If the oil company where I was a geologist hadn't been sold and I was laid off, I might have never known I was an entrepreneur my whole life. Our problem is we probably have dozens and hundreds and thousands of entrepreneurs embedded in businesses, in every industry. If there's some way we could encourage them and solicit them to come out and start creating businesses, that would be a good thing.